This might be one of the most insane price to performance pre-builts we have bought yet.
For $275, it comes with a Ryzen 7 1800X and an RX 580, and it's in an interesting box. But first, a word from today's sponsor.
Are you looking for some crazy deals on components like GPUs and even full builds? Then today's sponsor, Jawa.gg, has you covered with some of the best deals on the market. Jawa has an individually curated group of verified sellers that are selling components, even full builds, at some of the best prices on the internet. Jawa is great not only because they have a ton of sellers listing components at really affordable prices, but Jawa will also purchase GPUs directly from customers to make it the easiest possible solution for selling a GPU. Tons of gamers who got new system and parts over the holidays are selling their old tech at insane prices over at Jawa.gg, so now is the best time to buy. And if you're someone who has also upgraded recently, selling your old PC is super easy and will help you make some money back. If you're interested in joining the best marketplace to sell and buy gaming gear, check out Jawa.gg today, or you can head over to sell.jawa.gg/GPU to get started on selling your GPU today. Big thanks again to Jawa for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's get back to it.
It's time to bring out the big guns. It's been a while.
It's time to bring out the big knife for such a big package. So we're just gonna go ahead and kind of go at it here. We're gonna cut away from ourselves. We're gonna cut towards Jonah.
Safety first. Cutting towards Jonah is always safety first, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Jackson opens that thing up. This is a Dell Inspiron tower that we found on eBay for $275. We haven't reviewed Dell Inspiron gaming towers before because it comes with first gen Ryzen, an RX 580, maybe real 580, I don't really know. 16 gigs of RAM. It looks like an SSD, like a 256 gig SSD and a 1 terabyte hard drive, but for $275 plus free shipping, if this thing's in decent condition, that's a good bang for buck right there.
Jonah said, I can't take my eyes off of this guy. He's got a big knife.
You gotta watch out. And yeah, we got a rice box. Shout out to Rice Stick.
Well, it's weird because, yeah, we got product of the Philippines, and then we got Alaska Fragile, and where did this actually come from? Does it say like a state or anything?
Is there a shipping label on there that'll tell us? Oh wait, here we go. This came from Montana. Montana. Okay. Shout out Montana.
So this box has been all over the world, and yeah,
oh my,
like, dude, it's literally just in here.
Oh my, it is like just
it's literally just in here.
All right, I guess yeah, just lay it down.
And, okay, so I see we got a.
Wait a minute.
A bag of cockroaches. It looks like, is that an HDMI? Yeah. Oh, it's unsheathed.
What the heck?
It's a display port that's missing the plastic cover.
Holy crap, that's a little sus.
So far, this is feeling excellent condition.
It's feeling excellent condition. This was sold as excellent condition, by the way.
There's like just random boxes in here. It looks like the tower had never had the peel taken off of it. I think you should be good to take that box.
Okay.
It's filled with all kinds of random, scary looking things.
They are very scary boxes. There's kind of a theme going on here. We got Costco boxes. We have Amazon boxes. This
organic
looks like
string cheese. 18 pounds of it.
Brown sauce.
Ah.
Shout out to the brown sauce.
Wow, so they like never took the peel off of like any of this Dell.
Heck?
I have never seen these before. So we have the AMD Ryzen 7 logo in the front. Really cool, like, this is crazy. All over ventilation. In the front, the side, the back. Yeah, you got blue aluminum on the inside for a grill. I mean, this thing's pretty crazy
I've never
looking.
seen one of these. We've seen a lot of like these like big brand like pre-builts, gaming pre-builts like HP and other Dell ones, but this one, we have not seen it. I just love that the peel is still on there.
That's some really good ports in the front too, which is pretty nice. I think I gotta take off these two screws in the back.
I'm curious to see what the cooling is like, because the other Dell pre-builts we've looked at, the CPU cooler is normally incredibly lackluster, and we got first gen Ryzen here, which is known for running a little warm, not super warm, but a little warm, especially with the 1800X.
Maybe it'll be like a Spire, like one of those big Wraith Max coolers or something, or a Spire.
Let's find out, ladies and gentlemen.
Look how thick the panel
Oh, it's a Wraith. Is that like a Prism kind of? This is like
that's basically a Max.
Holy dust, though.
Like the first Max. Yeah, this is
wow. This is dusty.
That's kind of like. Can you really call it excellent? I mean, the condition is like good, but the dust is insane. I mean, this thing needs a heavy duty cleaning.
I will say with the peel and everything, this one has the best potential for a really clean up change. Like we'll actually clean the inside out and everything and then take the peel off. It's gonna look brand new.
Dude, I think this thing was so expensive. I mean, look, we have 3 USB 3s on this motherboard because of all the like USB-C, the USB card reader, and the USB 3. And then we have, looks like we have a couple of PCIe expansion lanes. We got is that really 385 watts?
That seems low.
On God.
385 for a 1800X.
Output is 385. Oh, max power, 460 watts.
Okay, that could work.
Watts.
It's probably fine. I mean, I bet this thing will pull. We just tested it at real 580 and it wasn't pulling as much as we thought. It was like 250 watts under full load for the entire system.
It's like an OG 582. It's like a blower style card. I think with some cleaning, it's not a bad looking build. We have a little bit of ventilation. There's no intake fan, only an exhaust fan, and then our Wraith cooler.
Do you see an SSD in there?
I read it. Well, actually, no. There's a spot for an NVMe.
So it's just a hard drive, because if just a hard drive, I'm gonna cry.
Oh, right down here.
Huh?
There's an SK Hynix. What is that?
It should be like a 240 gig.
256 gig.
Okay.
256 gig NVMe Gen 3 from SK Hynix. And we have a 1 terabyte. It looks like, let me get down low. It's a green drive. But it's Seagate. It's not a Western Digital green. It's a Seagate. It looks like green drive. 16 gig stick, but it's 2400 megahertz single channel. So that's gonna limit us a little bit.
But I will say, in terms of the like cleaning up and resale value, adding another
yeah.
stick of memory, like we're looking really good.
It's got potential.
It's got potential. What do you think, Jonah? Should we test it as is and just see if this thing is like a hot monster without any cleaning, or should we clean it first?
I say clean it up. And
Okay.
Because we probably won't retest it.
No, probably
I say
not.
clean it up and then add a stick of RAM.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Maybe we should make sure
Switch
it.
that to 2x8.
Okay. Maybe we should make sure it works first before we do anything else. That would probably be the best thing to do. Let's make sure it works, and if it does work, which I actually have a monitor I can grab, not the monitor that's going to cause our give some headaches here, but we have a monitor we can test and see if this thing actually works, and then we'll clean her up. I will say, I remember the pictures of this listing. The lighting on this thing is incredibly aggressive. Like
really?
it is like well lit. Oh, there it is.
Oh my god. Dude, that's wild. This thing has some lights on the inside.
It's
of it.
aggressive. Like.
So I guess, what does that look like? I guess it actually, that makes a little more sense on, oh, that's actually kind of cool. And the little blue aluminum makes a little more sense now, you know?
Hey, it's turning on. Okay, so we got Dell.
I feel like this like isn't even reset. There's giving me vibes.
it-
It's just like gonna have the full user profile on it.
Yeah, you know, and also stay subscribed, because there was another pre-build that's gonna be in a future video where the person actually sent me the user login because they were selling their son's computer. So stay
Oh,
subscribed
God.
for that one. That's gonna be a doozy. But let's see, is this gonna be reset? All right, it's fresh, and now we're gonna make it look fresh.
It's gonna take a miracle, guys, but I think with a heavy duty air compressor out back, we can do it.
We got this computer right here ready for an interrogation. Why are you so dirty, huh?
Why?
Why are you so dirty?
I guess we need to, since it's not gonna talk, it's time.
We
Right, you
blow
ready-
it out
you ready
'cause it
for the
won't
cooler?
speak.
I know the cooler's gonna be crazy.
So I went to update the drivers on this PC, this one right here we just unboxed, before we went into gaming, and I found something interesting that I wasn't aware of. We went to install the drivers, and Task Manager showed that this card is actually an RX 480, which really threw me off. I was like, oh my god, what the heck is this? So I decided to install GPU-Z, which is a good utility to get more information about a graphics card. It says RX 480, and I did the lookup option, which takes you to Tech Power Up, and I did notice that this pops up as an RX 580 OEM, which is based on the same architecture as 400 series, and if you compare it to the normal 580, it is not Polaris 20. So I don't know, the cores are the same, everything else is the same, memory size, all that seems to be the same, but it's based on the older architecture. So the only thing I can think of is they made these specific OEM cards that are not technically 580s, but are more like 480s, which typical AMD shenanigans with like the 2048 and stuff like that doesn't surprise me one bit. So they went that route and made these OEM only in a OEM like Dell. So interesting, but we're just gonna see what the performance is like. If it's close to a 580, I'm really not gonna complain too much. I'm still gonna bet it's better than a 580 2048, even though it's a 480, but we got the drivers installed, got everything going. Let's play some games and see what it can do. Keep changes. All right, we're in, ladies and gentlemen, and we're on 120 FPS, DirectX 12, medium shadows, everything else is on low besides view distance, which is on far. And I'm running DX12 mainly because AMD GPUs tend to like DX12 much more than they tend to like, well, performance mode. So we're gonna give it a shot. I think we're still gonna be pretty limited by that single channel memory in Fortnite especially, but we're gonna give it a shot and see if we can get a high refresh rate experience. But right now, it looks like we might end up peaking around 70 to 80 FPS, which for a $275 PC, not too shabby. But with more optimized hardware, we've definitely seen higher results. And I hear somebody dropping in on my noggin. Am I gonna die instantly? Hey, guess what? Chicken. Ah! That's fine. It was a horrible drop. We gotta start again. But yeah, we were only getting like 70 to 80 FPS. Not amazing. Let me see what our settings we can run right now. Locked 120, TSR low. We're on native. We're not running any sort of upscaling right now. Let me turn shadows off. Maybe that'll help a little bit. Far distance, slow textures. It's basically performance settings, but on DX12. And we're getting like 90 FPS, which is playable, more than playable. But yeah, it's interesting. Let's see what the next drop looks like. Oh, what the hell? Oh, hey. Oh. Oh, wrong gun. Gotta snipe them. Weren't expecting third-party shots now, were they? Ah! No! Oh my God! I'll give McAllister one more drop. Oh no, I tried! Oh, that didn't work very well. Anywho, you gonna emote on me, TTV? This is a clip you're gonna save for your stream? Probably. Anywho, Fortnite, it was playable. Wasn't amazing, but when we consider it as a $275 PC, performance is pretty acceptable. Let's move on to something else.
All right, guys, it's that time of the day. We're testing Apex Legends, and I kind of set the settings to basically 1080p max FOV, medium with like a high here and there, but mostly just average of medium settings, because I feel like that's about what, just the 480 really is what I think is going to be the somewhat limiting factor, but not too bad.
The 480, 580, whatever the heck you want to call this thing. Do you remember what
textures?
Do you remember if you installed this game on the hard drive or not?
Yes, I installed it purposely, pretty much everything besides 3D Mark on the hard drive, to try to kind of keep them all consistent with each other, just in case the hard drive is maybe
I will say
going bad or
Fortnite, on the first drop loading in stuff, I had to wait till like I was at the very end of the battle bus to actually get in the game because it was
like,
loading stuff in.
Yeah, and that's something that, like, you know, we always tell people with Fortnite, you know, wait till the game's a little bit further in to really gauge how it's going to run, because it just has to load in a lot of stuff. Apex kind of does the same thing too, especially on a hard drive like this.
Yes, there's a lot happening. Painkiller. Definitely GPU bound, 100%. That thing's running warm, which
It's one of these games, you know.
Which I did expect on this little blower style card. We did clean it out really good, but it is older, so if you really wanted to thermal paste swap, you could. But this is not down clocking temperature. These OEM cards, they run hot.
It's kind of funny, the CPU, well, the CPU's really not being utilized much. I want to say the CPU's running pretty chill.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Where's this guy?
Oh,
I can't believe I just missed that. That's
God,
embarrassing.
They're missing everything. Yeah, buddy.
Not this guy. He kills me every
Triple
time.
kill.
Oh. I can smell someone up here with my little sniffer.
No.
Oh God.
No. No.
No,
What
I
is this
missed.
lobby? What is happening?
Oh. That could have gone in my montage.
Oh. There we go.
I suck. Dude, the screen's shaking so bad from that guy.
Oh.
I mean, I'm clearly hitting my shots today, so I mean,
Yeah, buddy.
must hit more shots.
Oh, 18? How'd that get 18?
I don't know, but this guy has a... I can never get away.
Why does this game...
Oh my God, we actually just won.
Teammate, let's
That's
go.
crazy. Wow, yeah, I think that's, let me see my damage. Well, yeah, the PC though itself did really well. I mean, the temps are like warm, but honestly, the 480s, those things ran hot, especially blower style ones. And I'm impressed so far. I mean, this is just crazy.
Let's see what CS2 can do.
All right, guys, we are testing out CS2.
Always lose the settings.
Yep, always gotta find the settings. So we're currently on the very high preset, which is pretty much max everything. We're at 1920 by 1080p. Full screened, of course, so we get our max FPS.
Oh.
And I think we're gonna need to adjust some settings, but I figured I'd just show you guys like worst case scenario on an esports title. Most people would never run high settings on an esports title, but this is where single channel RAM is gonna limit us, and also I think our GPU just being a little bit older is gonna have some stutters with it.
Yep.
Because right now, normally when you do esports titles, you go lower settings, it stresses the CPU, but we're kind of doing the opposite.
It's been the opposite, and CS, especially CS2, is a game that will push your GPU to 100% if you max it out. Unless you're rocking like a 4090 or something, you might not. But
Sauce boy. All right, it's Bandle time. Pink.
Autumn.
We need some ammo.
My face sticker. Shout out face.
FaZe Clan? Are you part of it?
Yeah, buddy.
Higher latencies than you want to see. Actually, you know what? I am gonna. We shouldn't be testing at these settings. I'm gonna lower the settings.
Let's show
Pray
you
the
both.
game doesn't break. If it breaks,
Then that's
the end. There we go. See, this is much better latency for sure. Will it make me better? Probably not. Oh! Peak! Yeah. We're gonna try to get 2 more kills.
2 more kills, McAllister. 2 more kills.
Oh god.
Yeah, buddy.
Yay, we did it. Take my silencer off. How do you do that? Nope, you can't.
Did they get rid of that in this game?
You literally have to enable it in the settings apparently. Just kind of freaky. All right, Gert, you got us.
You got girded.
Well, at this point, we need to run our old 3D Mark benchmark to see what the price percent is. Because you guys remember, this is a pre-built technically, it's just used. And usually pre-builts are always gonna have a higher cent per point because they gotta charge money on labor, guys.
Yeah, so $275 looking pretty good. Let's see what the score is.
All right, guys, we just got done testing this Dell gaming PC, and so far, I think this is one of the best bang for buck pre-builts we've ever bought. We had no issues with it, which is honestly kind of shocking with how cheap it was. $275, and having the best first-gen Ryzen CPU you could get is pretty sick. Esports titles and AAA titles, we were able to get some very respectable numbers.
And speaking of those numbers in AAA titles, we did run Cyberpunk because you all keep asking for Cyberpunk to come back even though you were complaining that Cyberpunk was there. I don't get you guys, but Cyberpunk is back and the benchmark numbers are an average of 60 FPS, a minimum of 49, and a max of 72 on low settings using FSR 2.1, which this 580/480 is basically great for AMD FSR in these higher end games to get a 60 FPS average. And in terms of our 3D Mark Time Spy score, we got a score of 4,196, which is a 7 cent per point score. And for a pre-built, that is some of the best price performance you can get. So if you want to hunt on eBay yourself, you can check the link in the description down below, and it will be an affiliate link and it will help us out. You can look for these Dell Inspiron towers. You might be able to find similar spec ranges at this price point and a bunch of different options by using that link down below. But let us know which one you find and what you think of this PC in the comment section down below.
And it's cool to see that these are basically a cheaper version of Dell Alienwares, which often hold value really well because they literally have the Alien logo on them, but I think this looks pretty sick, and the fact that it's as cheap as it is pretty cool. So as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, check out our other 2 YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/ToastyBros. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. PCBros.tech.
It'll be for sale at PCBros.tech, and that's why I love these.
I really love these. PCBros.tech. Use code ToastyBros if you want to check out and save 2% on your purchase of this PC or any other PC we have to offer. See you guys later. Goodbye.